At 5 tonight, in the wake of the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump, many now want to be able to know how such a security breach could even happen.
At campaign rallies, Secret Service and local law enforcement make up multiple boots on the ground to protect the former president and his immediate surroundings. But what about in the air when traveling on a personal plane? Now, an additional aircraft serving as a campaign plane sporting a Trump Vance decal will take to the skies. But does it qualify for special protection? Chief Transportation Correspondent and pilot herself, May Kay Beeler, joins us now.
May Kay, what can you tell us about all this?
Okay, so first of all, let's start at the top. Let's talk about the president. Okay, so Joe Biden. All right, so the president always takes top priority when it comes to maximum security. So whenever the commander-in-chief is on board Air Force One, which is a customized Boeing 747, the airspace, including and surrounding the airport in use, is briefly restricted or shut down to certain air traffic. Now, these are known as Presidential Temporary Flight Restrictions, or TFRs. Now, former presidents like Mr. Trump are granted lifetime Secret Service protection. And as a presidential candidate, he is eligible for a VIP TFR, which is similar in dimensions to the presidential one.
Okay, so interesting. May Kay, how exactly does this work? How far does this protection extend, literally?
Okay. So let's say they were coming into Charlotte. President Biden was here about a month ago. From the center of the airport, the dimensions of the restricted protected airspace typically go out 30 nautical miles from the center of the airport, 60 nautical miles as a diameter. Start at the surface, go up to 17,999 feet. Typically, that airspace is restricted for a certain amount of time, typically an hour before the president or the VIP comes, for the entire time they're here to maybe an hour after they leave. So the idea of this is to keep out any riffraff, any folks that could cause trouble. So most aircraft are not allowed. Exceptions are scheduled air carriers, the airlines, law enforcement, air ambulances, anybody on a flight plan with a specific code, permission from ATC to be here, law enforcement, such as that. You're not going to see general aviation pilots flying around in their airplane.
Right.
They're not allowed here during that time.
So you've kind of laid out who's allowed in. How then do the pilots know about them?
Right, so we have access to NOTAMs, notices to air missions. It'll let us know you can't go there during that time period. So guess what happens if you don't know about them and you're flying around in that protected airspace? You might see a fighter jet on your wing. They're checking you out to make sure you're not a threat. They'll rock their wings or communicate with you. Hopefully you're talking to ATC and have you land somewhere else. If they think you're a threat, could not end well.
Yeah.
May not end well, but typically they're pretty good about, all right, who is this person? What is this aircraft? But that airspace is protected for a certain amount of time in a certain dimension.
And I know in this era of drones, the same applies to drones as well. I learned that in my drone school.
You know that being a drone pilot.
Interesting stuff.
Smart girl.
Yeah, thanks, May Kay.
Thank you.